I call the meeting to order. This is the regular board meeting of the Harlingen Consolidated Independent School District. This meeting has been posted in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. We do have a quorum tonight, and tonight is a special night. You'll note that we have an empty chair to my right, and that's Dr. Cesar Maldonado. Dr. Maldonado is an 11-year board member here in Harlingen, and I want to share with you that Dr. Maldonado was named sole finalist for the Houston Community College System as Chancellor, and today the board named him Chancellor of Houston Community College System. So that's why he's not here today. And regrettably, I got this letter from him, and he expresses his deep appreciation for having served as a board member. And as you know, Dr. Maldonado has over 30 years experience in the business industry, and he started a new career in education, and certainly he's been transformational as a leader. He has been, you might say, as a board member, one who was very keen, very analytical, very much a difference maker on our board, so we're going to miss him very much. And I will say this is a win for public education, not only K-12, but also in higher education. We know that in Houston, there are 74,000 students in the Houston Community College System, and he'll do a great job there, so we're going to miss him dearly. That being said, would you please now join me in a moment of silence? Thank you. We have the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Truebar.
Thank you, Board President, board members, Dr. Cavazos, administration, and audience. Tonight's pledge will be led by Miranda Garcia. Ms. Garcia is a senior at Harlingen High School. She serves as the president of the Student Council and the National Technical Honor Society treasurer. Garcia has been involved in National Honor Society, National Honor Society of High School Scholars, and was also seated on the HCISD Student Advisory Board. She has maintained a high GPA, placing her in the top 3% of her graduating class. After she graduates, Garcia plans on attending the University of Texas at Austin in the fall and plans to major in biochemistry. After she earns her degree in biochemistry, she plans on later attending medical school to prepare to become an anesthesiologist. Joining her tonight are her parents, Myra and Oscar Garcia. Ladies and gentlemen, Miranda Garcia.
Will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you very much. We now have recognition of George McShann for his service as board president for 2013-2014 school year.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board, staff, and community members. This past school year has been monumental for our district, and we are so fortunate to have a school board that continuously puts our students' needs first while looking towards the future of public education. This year, our board has been led by President George McShann. Mr. McShann, during his leadership, made certain that we planned accordingly. We adopted a strategic plan to set us on a course for the next 3 to 5 years. And of course, he navigated during the transition of Dr. Flores to Round Rock and then naming a new superintendent. This doesn't just happen, it happens as a result of the great leadership. As a retired educator, you bring a background in education and knowledge of the needs of our teachers and students possess, and for the past 26 years, you have served as a member of HCISD Board of Trustees. Throughout the years, you have earned prestigious honors from education organizations across Texas and the nation. As a former Texas Association of School Board President and National Association of School Board President, he's also a holder of a lifetime PTA membership for Texas. You have served on every position on the HCISD School Board multiple times and are a certified Master Board of Trustees by TASB. Thank you for your efforts in helping us create world-class campuses and programs on behalf of our students. Your dedication to our community has and will continue to propel us toward global achievement for all our students. We thank you for your service as the president, and we want to recognize you tonight. Thank you, Mr. McShane.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Cavazos. I have a few of these at home, say the least. Dr. Cavazos, you know, it's ironic. You know, I was president when Dr. Flores was hired. I was president when you were hired. Now, I don't know if I have that much mileage left. So I think you're going to outlast me, Dr. Cavazos, perhaps. No, it's really an honor to serve with my fellow board members. This is a journey that continues to focus on what's important. That's our future of our country, and that's invest in our children. Public education means so much, and we know that our future is bright because of our young people. So I'm proud to be part of this great board, and again, it's an honor to have served as your president for this past year. Thank you very much. We have the issuance of certificates of election. Dr. Cavazos.
Yes, thank you, Mr. McShane. Board members, audience. Agenda item number 3 is the issuance of the certificate of election for each new trustee. Section 2.053E of the Election Code states that a certificate of election shall be issued to each candidate. Tonight, Mr. McShane will be presenting these certificates to the elected trustees. Mr. McShane.
Thank you, Dr. Cavazos. My honor to issue the certificate of election to Mrs. Jerry Fleurier. It's an honor to present the certificate of election to Mr. Javier De Leon. Now we have the oath of office. Dr. Cavazos. Okay, here we are. For this occasion, for the oath of office, this is a special day, in that we have a special individual here who will be administering the oath of office. And let me take the time to say a few words about this honorable person who will be doing the oath tonight. Since 1999, Judge.
He's right there.
Since, is he, where is he? Oh, there he I sense some history here. And I see you, Mr. Fleurier. Are you surprised, Judge?
I'm speechless. And the man on the right is
That's Mr. Fleurier.
That's Mr. Fleurier. And Judge, you're going to tell us a little bit about this before as we get through this process. But my goodness, Jerry, I think there's a connection here in that there's something historic here, in that Judge Keesler has roots in Harlingen. He'll tell us a little bit more about that later. Since 1999, Judge Michael Keesler has served on the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals. In his vast career, he has worked as a member of the Dallas County District Attorney's Office, where he was named a senior felony chief prosecutor in the Career Criminal Justice Division. In 1981, Governor William P. Clements appointed him judge of the 292nd District Court in Dallas. A servant of education, Judge Keesler has also taught at the National Judicial College since 1992, where he specializes in judicial ethics, constitutional criminal law, standards of appellate review, and statutory construction to judges nationally, serving on many boards, including the State Bar Judicial Section, the Texas Center for the Judiciary's Board of Directors, the ABA State Trial Judges Ethics Committee, the Dallas County Criminal District Judges, the Dallas County Juvenile Board, and the Dallas Bar Association Criminal Law Section. It's his goal to help our state through education and judiciary proceedings. Judge Keesler currently resides in Austin, where he spends his time with his wife of 44 years, Nancy Lawson, a former teacher. Their daughter, son-in-law, and 3 grandchildren also live in Austin. The Board of Trustees and Dr. Cavazos and community members, I present to you the Honorable Judge Michael Keesler.
Well, obviously, I've aged a little since the pictures up here, but it's been a real pleasure being here and really coming home. Harlingen was my childhood home from the time I was 3 until I was 15 when we moved away to the Dallas area. But my friendships here and gosh, the experience in the schools really contributed to everything that I've been able to accomplish. The wonderful instruction that I had here during the 1950s and late 40s. That shows how old I am. It really it's hard to even describe the richness and the quality of the teachers and of the community itself. The Harlingen at that time when I was growing up here, I know I must be seeing it through rose-colored glasses, but the schools and the administration, the principals, Mr. Morris, who was the principal at Gay Junior High, where I went, and at Travis Elementary, a woman named Lucille Hornaday that was the principal at Austin Elementary, Johnny Means, my coach, and physics teacher in grade school in the 6th grade. He kind of filled in teaching science when I had this wonderful Joan Sawyer as my homeroom teacher there, but and my mom taught in the Harlingen School District. So I feel a real kinship, and coming back today and meeting your fine superintendent and the staff and the kids here, it really inspires me, and with real hope in the future of this country, to see kids of the quality and the intelligence and just the common sense and courtesy that I was afforded. It is something that meant just so much to me coming back home. And so I want to thank you all for giving me the opportunity. And especially Jerry Fleurier and Randy, I've known forever. I told the story earlier and I won't take much more of your time, but I remember driving. Jerry, at that time you could get your driver's license when you were 14, and I got mine when I was 14. And we were at church. Jerry and I went to the same church, and so I was giving her a ride home after church, and was driving along, and you know how you get to talking, and I hadn't been driving very long, and I stopped at a stop sign, and I noticed I was halfway into the intersection, and so I wanted to get back real quickly, and so I shifted it into reverse and backed up and went crash. And you know, that sick feeling you get when you run. And I turned around, and I not only had hit somebody, I'd hit a police officer. And the police officer felt, I got out of the car, and Jerry doesn't remember this, but anyway, I got out of the car, and I was just, absolutely, I thought, I'm going to the pen. And he just looked at me with this just amazing look and said, just get out of here. and so I figured then I was so grateful, I thought I'd do something to repay, and so I became a judge. No, anyway, thank you all so much for the opportunity to be here, and I think it's my pleasant duty now to swear in the two just re-elected board members, and if you all will come down, I will do that. Jerry, if you'll come down first, I really would like to do that first, if that's all right. If you'll raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Jerry Fleurier, do solemnly swear
I, Jerry Clinton, do solemnly
that I will faithfully execute the duties
that I will faithfully
of the office of trustee of the Harlingen Consolidated Independent School District,
of the office of trustee of Harlingen Consolidated
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws
and of this.
and of this
Mr. De Leon, if you will please come down, it will be my pleasure to administer the oath to you. And if you will raise your right hand and repeat after me, I, Javier De Leon, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of trustee, Harlingen Consolidated Independent School District, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States, this state. Pleasure meeting you.
Judge? Yes, we can. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, we don't want to break any laws here. Need picture. Shane, party, cute picture, huh?
I'm sorry.
That's right.
Again, let me express, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, our thanks to you, Judge Keesler, for spending the day on our campuses, meeting our students. Thank you so very much. Special, thank you. And now we have reorganization of the Board of Trustees. At this time, the board chair would entertain a motion for president for the Board of Trustees for 2014-15 school year.
Mr. President, I nominate Javier De Leon as president.
Mr. Javier De Leon has been nominated.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. De Leon.
thank you, Mr. Powers. Due to my recent promotion and future demanding travel schedule, I'm going to be traveling to Waco a lot, Sweetwater, Marshall, and also the chairman, civil service for Cameron County. I truly don't think I'll be able to present being a board member with the time that I have right now, and so I'd like to retract the nomination for president. Again, I feel bad, but it's going to be at a time this upcoming year that I'm going to be out of my office a lot, and I truly I won't be able to be on campus as often as I would like being president of the school board. So with that, again, I'm honored by my colleagues nominating Ms. Powers and the team, but I'd like to go ahead and switch and nominate Greg Powers for president of the school board.
Second.
I second the motion.
Mr. Powers is nominated as president of the board. Let me take a moment, it's their discussion. Let me take a moment to express on behalf of the board the service that Mr. De Leon gives this board. I mentioned earlier that Dr. Maldonado, who is president of TSTC, is now the new chancellor for the Houston Community College System. And TSTC, of course, has a vice president in Mr. De Leon. We know that that transition is going to be one that's very critical. And we know that he's dedicated and committed to public education, higher education. And I know it's a tough decision to make. Mr. De Leon has in the past served as president of this board. So he's given his service. And let me say, Mr. De Leon, we appreciate and respect and understand why you is not accepting the presidency. We understand that. We work very closely with TSTC as a partner. You know, we have early college high school there. We have many partnerships, dual and concurrent enrollment. We do understand, and I understand it pretty well too, because I was at TSTC a long time ago, so some of y'all might remember. And I understand when you make those transitions, and I know when I became president of the National School Board Association, probably the reason I retired, because I had too much to do. And I understand that. We appreciate and respect you so very much for this. Any other comments? Hearing none, all in favor of Mr. Powers as president of the board for 2014-15, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. It's my honor to introduce to you your new president, Mr. Powers. He said it's his 4th year. He's shouted a lot. But let me tell you, he's graduating from Leadership TASB as we speak. That's becoming a master trustee for school boards in the state of Texas. And we talked to him about that some years back, and he said, I don't know if I have time. And you know what he said? After he got into the class, he said, it's a lot of work. You know, I'm an attorney, and he has his own law practice. He said, but you know, it's worth it. He's learned so much. He's going to be a great leader for this board. And Mr. Powers, it's an honor to have you as our next president.
Thank you very much. It's really an honor to be able to serve on this board and to serve with these distinguished trustees. I'm very humbled. Javier, I understand your commitment to TSTC, and I know because you and Caesar have been so busy out there lately, and with all the changes, I totally understand your situation. But I look forward to working with this board, trying to advance it more than we've already done. And I look forward to everybody's help and assistance this year. So thank you very much. The next item of business is the election of a vice president. The chair would take nominations at this time.
I'd like to nominate Dr. Nolan Pettis.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Dr. Nolan Pettis be nominated as our next vice president. Is there any further discussion? There being none, we'll go ahead and vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Dr. Pettis, congratulations. The next item of business will be our secretary. The chair will now take nominations for the secretary of the board.
Mr. President, I would like to nominate Verna Young to serve as secretary of the school.
Second motion.
It's been moved and seconded that Mrs. Young be nominated as secretary of the board. Is there any further discussion? There being no further discussion, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Congratulations, Ms. Young. At this time, I'd like to call on Dr. Cavazos, who would like to make a few comments.
Thank you, Mr. President, and board members and audience. As you can tell, the reorganization of a board of trustees is a smooth transition here in Harlingen, regardless of what the action may be. I do want to recognize publicly the service of Javier De Leon as vice president this past year. I certainly understand that at a time of transition, we too look forward to his leadership at TSTC to ensure that our partnerships are solid with TSTC. And we also look forward to his leadership as we continue to move the district forward in the great things that we're doing. We're reminded that this district is not built on one leader, and it's certainly not built on one board member. Collectively, they make the governing body, but I do think it's important to recognize that when a board member makes a conscious decision that he does not want to overstretch and overstretch himself and step down or declined the nomination. It's an important moment here in Harlingen. It's done respectfully, it's done with dignity, and so I thank you for that, Mr. De Leon. We look forward to your leadership at TSTC, continued support to the school district, and I appreciate your work.
Thank you, Doctor.
At this time, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, and that is the appointment of board members to sign checks. Mr. Cavazos.
Thank you, Mr. Powers, Dr. Cavazos, board members. All checks written by the school district have two signatures, the board president and myself. Since we have a new president, we need a new signature plate. We're asking the board to allow us to use the old plates until the new ones come in. It should take about 3 weeks.
All right. Thank you very much. Then,
So move.
I'm sorry. At this point, we'll go ahead and entertain a motion. Dr. Pettis made the motion. Do I have a second?
And I second.
And Mr. McShann seconded. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, motion carries. The next item is the awards and recognitions. At this time, I'd like to call on Mr. Shane Strubhart to present our PTSA Students of the Month for April and May.
Thank you, Mr. President, board members, Dr. Cavazos, administration, and audience. Tonight, ACISD would like to recognize our April and May City PTA Students of the Month from Harlingen High School, Harlingen High School South, and Early College High School with interviews of each of these students.
I'm Austin Wright. I'm a senior at Harlingen High School. Inside of school, I am part of PTSA, NHS, NTHS, engineering organization, and UIL computer application.
I'm Hunter Snell, and I'm a senior at Harlingen High School. I'm in PTSA and NHS, NTHS. I'm also in tennis.
Probably responsibility and leadership from some of them, such as engineering, as I'm president of that, and dedication.
To be a leader in the classroom.
I just like to help people and get through things.
I'm passionate about tennis and pursuing that in college.
I'm planning on attending Texas A&M at College Station to have a degree in mechanical engineering, and after that I plan to get a job in the oil field if I can.
I'm attending Southwestern University in Georgetown, and I'm going to do the pre-engineering school there and finish off at Texas A&M in College Station and play tennis for Southwestern University as well.
My name is Cassandra Sanchez. I'm a senior here at Harlingen South. I'm involved in like Ecology Club, PTSA of course, FFA, Cotillion Club also. I'm in the Rotary Club, the exchange program.
I'm Rhoda De Jesus, and I'm a senior in Harlingen High School South. I was in volleyball. I'm a treasurer for NTHS, and I'm in NHS also.
You learn a lot of like leadership in all these organizations because they teach you new things, and also like getting involved in like volunteering and all also.
The lessons I've learned from this organization is leadership and teamwork.
My passion is like working with animals. I know when I go to my university, I want to go and major in animal science, and after that pursue into getting into vet school.
I'm passionate about singing. I love to sing. All my family sing, and I sing at church too.
I'm gonna attend Texas A&M Kingsville for 1 year, and after that I'm gonna go to College Station, and my major is gonna be animal science, and also I'm gonna try to get into vet school.
After graduation, I plan to attend UTSA to be a dental hygiene.
My name's Francisco Chavez. I go by Paco. I'm a senior at Early College High School. I help at my church a lot with little activities and with students. I'm in the Rocketry Club here. I'm in engineering, and I'm also in basketball.
My name's Samuel Sainz. I go to Early College High School, and I'm a senior. Inside of school, I was in NHS. I was in the senior mentor, RGV mentor, I guess engineering club too. And well, outside of school, I like to help out sometimes with the Humane Society.
In engineering, we learn how to work as a group and how to depend on other people and help each other out, because when one person's down, you're all down. So it's good to help each other out.
Really, it's about helping other people. That's what I've learned. Like, you really gotta learn to help people, because if you give out a helping hand, it always comes back to you. So you do good things happen.
I really want to grow up to be a civil engineer, mainly just to help people out, maybe with houses and stuff, make plans and blueprints.
I really enjoy medicine, like the idea of learning more about the human body and learning what you can do to help it and stuff is something I've always been interested in. So everything I learn is just awesome.
Go to UTB, and I want to be a civil engineer, so I'll major in that and then hopefully transfer to Kingsville or UTSA after that.
Oh, I want to go to UTB, but after UTB is where, first I need to finish my pre-med at UTB, and then after that I want to go to Houston, where I want to become, hopefully, a surgeon one day.
My name is Elijah DeLeon, and I'm a junior at Harlingen High School. I'm a part of NHS, PTSA, FCA. I'm in the Cardinal football program, and I'm also a member of the track team.
I'm Keaton Omick, and I am a junior at Harlingen High School. I am a member of the PTSA, FCA, and a part of the varsity football team.
Accountability, how to face adversity, definitely determination, commitment.
School being a big part of, of course, high school, and football taking up a lot of time. My number one thing that I've learned from it is time management.
I'm passionate about making other people happy. I really enjoy putting a smile on other people's faces.
I'm passionate about helping others. Hopefully I want to become a doctor soon after high school and college, and I believe that being a doctor, I'll have the best opportunity to help others.
Right now, I want to apply to UT at Austin. I want to major in law and eventually have my own law firm.
I plan on attending Texas A&M University, and with that, I want to study biomedical science.
Isaac Castillo, and I attend Harlingen South High School. I've been in basketball, I've been involved with speech drama debate, I've been a student trainer. It's always good to work as a team when you're involved with other people, and just to always compete and try to be the best at everything you do. I say I'm passionate about competing because I just the feel and the adrenaline you get of trying to be better and being the best, it's a lot of fun. It's really rewarding when you know that you are. After graduation, I'm going to go to UTPA, and I'm going to major in kinesiology because I want to be a coach so I can continue competing.
My name is Maxime Prado. I'm a senior here at Early College High School. I'm of course involved in PTSA. I'm a senior mentor, and I'm also part of National Honor Society.
Taylor Browning. I'm in 12th grade. I attend Early College High School, PTSA, NHS, and I'm a senior mentor, and I volunteer at my church.
These organizations have taught me so many life lessons that I'll carry on with me for the rest of my life, like the importance of volunteer work and working with others to really create something as a whole, to put all of our efforts together. They've taught me not to be a procrastinator because I need to get things done, and how to manage my time wisely.
I've learned to stay organized and to always be on time.
Something that I learned I really liked is regarding to my career. I really like nursing. I took a CNA program, and I really liked working with others, and I learned what was involved in all that, so I really want to further my career in that medical field.
I'm passionate about being with my family and going to church and volunteering there.
I'm planning to attend either UTPA or TSCC, and my major will be something in the medical field, probably nursing.
I plan on attending UTSA, and I'm undecided on my major yet.
At this time, I would like to ask any of the students that are here this evening to stand and be recognized. Students, if your parents are here, could you make them stand up too, please? I'd like to invite all of the students up for a group photo, if that's okay with you, Mr. President.
I'd be honored.
Great. And the board members, could y'all also come forward for the vote?
Mr. President, may I comment for a moment?
Ms. Fleury.
I just wanted to comment again how much we appreciate the PTSA organization. The Harlingen School District is successful because we believe in partnerships, and the strongest and the longest partnership we have had in the 100-plus year history of this district is with our Parent-Teacher Association and our PTSA. Did I say that right, Catherine? At our high schools. These parents just go endlessly for hours working and helping, and whether it's decorating for prom or serving on committees to select these outstanding, just fabulous students, or whatever they are doing, sir. I just think it's wonderful to take every opportunity we can to say, students, congratulations. You represent the best of our hopes and our dreams, and we're so happy that you're here tonight, and we're so happy that your families are here tonight. And I also think it's very important to recognize the organization that promotes this particular honor, and thank you once again, year after year after year, for the partnership that PTA and HCISD have shared and enjoyed. You're just the best. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, students. It's quite an honor to be picked by PTSA, and also it's remarkable that you do so well in school and so well in so many other activities on your campuses. Thank you for all you do for us. The next item that we have is the recognition of Harlingen High School South, and Early College High School top 10 students of the year. Dr. Alicia Noyola, please.
Mr. Powers, Dr. Cavazos, Board of Trustees, and audience. Tonight, we recognize the outstanding academic achievement of our top performing students from Harlingen High School South, and Early College High School. Their top 10 standing reflects 4 years of hard work and their dedication to maintain a high academic standing while remaining active in campus organizations. We congratulate these students on their achievement and look forward to seeing them at our district's commencement ceremony on May 31st. Before we begin the recognition, if I could have Dr. Cavazos and Mr. Powers please step forward to present our students with certificate. The following students are representatives of their campus top 10 for the 2013-2014 school year. We will begin the recognition with Harlingen High School. Our first student represents the valedictorian of Harlingen High School, Juan Maldonado. Our salutatorian from Harlingen High School, Donaldo Almazan. Our next student, Samar Dowie. Quentin Hale. Our next student was unable to be with us due to a previous commitment, but we would like to recognize her accomplishments, and that would be Melanie Hernandez. Our next student is Seaton Yulehorn. Michaela Loya. Alyssa Anglin. Clara Duffy. And Jared Gonzalez. Board members, if you would join us up front for a group picture, and if we could have our Harlingen High School principal, Mrs. Imelda Munives, join us as well.
plaque on the floor. Take a picture. Excuse me, who? Yeah. Did you send me a picture of his office?
Moving on to Harlingen High School South, we begin with our valedictorian for the 2014 school year, Tristan Barrera. Our salutatorian, Miss Ashley Peters. Guillermo Tamés. Adelina Ramírez. Sabrina Celis. Sabrina was unable to be with us this evening, but again, we congratulate her on her outstanding efforts. Our next student is Catherine Allen. Robert Arias. Jeffrey Guevara. Mitzi Chavez. Angelica Sanchez. And Teodoro Mendez. We could have our Board of Trustees please come forward. Dr. Joe Rodriguez, Principal of Harlingen High School, please come forward as well. Parents, before we move on, if we could have the parents of our Harlingen High School South students please stand. Thank you so much for all of your support for our students. We move on to Early College High School, and we begin with our valedictorian, Paloma Flores. Our salutatorian, Stormy Garza. Victoria Burbach. Maxine Prado. Oh, there she is here. Maxine. Maxine Prado. Rebecca Cifuentes. Rebecca is another one of our students that was unable to be with us tonight, but we acknowledge her efforts and thank her for all her work with HCISD. Our next student is Amber Ruiz. Zachary McNutt. I don't believe he's with us tonight, but we'd like to recognize Sam Sines. Taylor Browning. And finally, Joseph Lita. Joseph was unable to be with us tonight, but we thank him again for all of his efforts. Board of Trustees, if you would join us for a picture, as well as our principal, Miss Angel Paxton. If we could have the parents of our students from Early College High School please stand. We thank all of you for your support and the opportunity you've given us to play a part in your children's lives. Board of Trustees, you would like to make any comments at this time?
I certainly would like, yes, I would certainly like to make a comment. I'm so excited. This is the first year that we have honored the top 10 students at the board meeting. And we still remember when we decided to do the billboards. And my goodness, that changed the entire culture of this school district. It just ramped everything up and raised the expectations that the students had of themselves in such a fabulous way. And so now here we are kind of coming full circle. And as a board, we're taking a personal opportunity to say congratulations and how very proud we are of you. You are the whole reason that we are here. And academic excellence is what a school district is supposed to be focused on. That is our job. And you make it such a joy and such a pleasure. We are thrilled to have you here tonight. We welcome you and we congratulate you. And parents, we know you are super, super excited. But we're awfully excited too. So please know that we share your joy and your, your innermost hopes and dreams for these children. We are so proud of you. You represent us and your community and your families very, very well. Thank you very much.
Let me just add, I want to congratulate each of you. It's such an honor for you all to be here. It's an honor for us to have you here tonight. I think I speak for all the board members when we say that this is probably the most exciting meeting of the year for us, the most enjoyable to get to present you all or to honor you all. And really and truly, you honor us. And we wish you all the best this next year. We know you will represent our school district. You are truly the ambassadors for this school district in the future. So thank you all very much. The next item on the agenda is the recognition of 2013-2014 HCISD Teachers of the Year. Mr. Strubhart.
Thank you, Mr. President, board members, Dr. Cavazos, administration, and audience. Campuses from across the district submitted the names of their Teacher of the Year to be reviewed for HCISD's prestigious Secondary and Elementary Teacher of the Year Award. The Teacher of the Year Award is given to educators that continue to go above and beyond with students and work toward creating a high-quality educational environment. With their title, they will also be the district's 2 submissions for the Region 1 Teacher of the Year competition, which will be held this summer in Edinburgh. In addition to being recognized tonight, our 2 District Teachers of the Year will receive a $500 Teacher Innovation Grant from the Harlingen Area Educational Foundation to help them transform learning at their school. Mr. President and Dr. Cavazos, would you please come forward to help us present the Teacher of the Year trophies? Teachers, please come forward with your principals when your name is called. HCISD's 2013-2014 Elementary Teacher of the Year is Miss Donna Fee from Jefferson Elementary. Accompanying her this evening is the Jefferson principal, Manuel Olivo. Donna Fee has been an educator for 19 years and has always had a passion for music education. She was inspired to pursue teaching music after seeing the positive impact that a creative musical lesson can have on students' excitement to come in and learn each day. One of the highlights in her classroom is that she considers the music room to be a safety learning zone. She aims to build trust in her classroom and encourage her students to create art through songs, stories, and music.
Bravo.
HCISD's 2013-2014 Secondary Teacher of the Year is Miss Linda Salinas from Dr. Abraham P. Cano Freshman Academy. Accompanying her tonight is Connell Principal, Miss Vivian Bauer. Salinas has been teaching students for 5 years. Coming from a family of educators, she attributes her inspiration to teach to growing up in the classroom, she said. Taking her mother's dedication as the groundwork of her own teaching style, it's her mission to create a supportive climate and culture with all stakeholders involved. Along with her unique approach to classroom engagement, she also gets some assistance from technology in her classroom. She is a first-year digital classroom teacher, which allows her to incorporate digital devices into the learning that takes place. Congratulations to these outstanding educators for their achievements, and we thank them for their dedication to our students. At this time, I'd like to have the entire board come forward for a group photo.
Ándale. Pictures, pictures. Little kids.
Oh, that is just too cute. Wait, one more. There we go. Excellent. Okay, Miss Hannah. You got it. All right.
Principal of the year, too, and principal of the year.
Isn't that sweet? All the kids.
They didn't have a competition back then. Thank you. Yes, she retired last year.
The mother
She's retired. Okay, perfect. Everyone, her mother, Diana, go through that.
Oh, Shane.
That's right, sir. This is gonna move pretty fast now.
Okay, the next item we have is the recognition of Harlingen CISD as a 2014 Platinum Leadership Circle Award, which is a extraordinary honor, I'm told. Mr. Cavazos, Mr. Schubart, excuse me.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. President, board members, Dr. Cavazos, administration, and audience. The Texas Comptroller of Public Accounts issues awards to recognize local governments across Texas that are striving to meet high standards for financial transparency online. They recognize local governments that are opening their books to the public, providing clear, consistent pictures of spending, and share information in a user-friendly format that lets taxpayers easily drill down for more detail. The recognition ranges from a bronze award for those districts who are just beginning their transparency effort, silver award for those districts that continue to make progress, gold award for those districts that are setting the bar with their transparency efforts, and a new platinum award for those entities that go above and beyond providing financial transparency. Last year, our district received the gold award. This year, we are proud to say we received the Platinum Award for Financial Transparency, scoring the maximum points allowed. Wow. Mr. President, Dr. Cavazos, would you please come forward to help us present the award? Receiving the award this evening are the following individuals. Chief Financial Officer Julio Cavazos. Ida Ambriz, Finance Coordinator. And Javier Araiza, District Webmaster. This is a very prestigious award, and we would love the board to come forward for a group photo.
Mr. De Leon?
Thank you, Mr. President. I just kind of, I'd be remorse if we didn't really acknowledge, we did the acknowledgements, but you know, I don't think too many people appreciate what Julio Cavazos and his team does. And, you know, we see the top 10%, we see the field trips that go on and a lot of things that happen and fantastic things that are happening throughout the district. But it's only because of the sustainability, the financial foundation that we have, and none of it could be possible without the strong financial foundation that we have. And I can tell you a lot of people would love to steal our, you know, Julio Cavazos and the team away, and rightly so, because this award is award that they receive, maybe not the plan, they receive awards every single year. So it's consistently letting the community, it's consistently letting the district know that we are always on strong foundation finances, and that's not an easy thing to do when there's a lot of things that go on. There's a lot of construction that's happening. There's a lot of situations that are occurring. And year in, year out, Mr. Cavazos always has us in a strong financial foundation. And it's no easy task, but I tell you what, he makes it look easy, him and his team. So, again, thank you very much for allowing this whole district to be operational, because if it wasn't for you, nothing would be running functionally. So thank you, Mr. Cavazos.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. De Leon, and it is a team effort, and it starts from the top. You know, Dr. Cavazos has provided great guidance, and it is truly a team effort. Thank you.
And Mr. President, I'd like to say that certainly Julio is our #1 draft choice, I guess. Put that there. Also, I wanted just to say that we want to thank also the public being informed, and Travis Whitehead is here from the Valley Morning Star. I know you ask a lot of questions, a lot about, you make sure that we're transparent, and we appreciate your coverage of the school district, particularly with its finance portion of the district. Thank you, Travis.
Thank you, Mr. McShann. All right, the next item we have on the agenda is the approval of the minutes for April 8th, 2014. Are there any corrections or additions?
Mr. President, I move approval.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded for approval. Any further discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
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 Those opposed? All right, they're approved. The minutes for May 6, 2014, special board meeting, budget workshop. Any corrections to those minutes?
I move approval of the special board meeting.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Minutes are approved. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the consent calendar. Does anyone have any comments on any of the items under item 9 of the approval of consent calendar?
Mr. President, I move approval of the consent calendar.
Second.
It's been moved by Dr. Pettis and seconded by Mr. De Leon that we approve this consent calendar. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed say nay. It's approved. The next item on the agenda is the principal's report. Mrs. Imelda Munivez, Principal, Harlingen High School.
Such a festive group today.
Good evening, Mr. President, Dr. Cavazos, school board members, and administrative staff. We are here this evening to provide you with a glimpse of the exciting transformation getting ready to occur at our 2 comprehensive high schools. Next year, we will receive the legacy class from Dr. Gano Freshman Academy, who have had the unique experience of being a part of small learning communities centered around programs of study that are designed to bring relevance to learning and begin students on a path towards college and career readiness. A key component of our high school redesign is House Bill 5. Our students will have the opportunity to graduate with one or more endorsements in 5 different areas. Our small learning communities will center around these 5 endorsements. As we design lessons that bring relevance to the learning happening in our classrooms, we will also focus on increasing our students' skills in the areas of collaboration, communication, creativity, and critical thinking. However, in order for in-depth learning opportunities to take place, flexible time needs to be built into our schedule. We are exploring the incorporation of a modified AB schedule, which will provide the critical time needed for in-depth learning opportunities, expose our students to a format similar to a college schedule, and provide our teachers the opportunity to have a true professional learning community built into their workday. Our goal is to redesign our high schools responsibly and successfully. Therefore, our main focus for next year will be our 10th grade core area teachers and U.S. history. As each year progresses, we will add a subsequent grade level, leading towards full implementation of high school redesign for all students in 3 years. Transforming teaching and learning will be at the core of high school redesign. We will adopt a collaborative learning model that highlights opportunities to incorporate the 4 C's of collaboration, communication, creativity, and critical thinking as part of a rigorous coursework that takes advantage of opportunities for multidisciplinary instruction. Here I provide you with a model of how a project can be incorporated into the 4 content areas, highlighting a specific program of study. Here in the School of Public Service, a project on infectious disease can be incorporated into all core content areas, resulting in a final exhibition of a product. Working together on curriculum, implementing best practices, and collaborating on lesson design will transform the teaching and learning happening in our schools. Our campus will embrace the experiential learning model as we systemically launch high school redesign. One second. Juniors will be provided opportunities to bring further focus to their college and career aspirations through potential job shadowing, guest speakers, and lessons designed to provide experiences in their area of interest. Senior year will be focused on preparing students for their transition to college. Seniors will have an opportunity to enroll in a college transition class that will educate them on financial literacy, goal setting, as well as provide guidance to students on the critical components for admission to our institutes of higher learning that are such a critical part of a student's senior year. By embracing the changes brought on by House Bill 5, our system will allow students multiple opportunities as they progress through high school and into their post-secondary life. Our ultimate goal is to create meaningful learning experiences that challenge and keep students engaged and ensure that every student graduates college ready should they choose to pursue a post-secondary degree. In addition, we will also create responsible exit points for students who choose to pursue an associate's degree or a career-ready certification beyond the House bill endorsement. The role of our counselors will also be redesigned as we provide very prescriptive guidance to our students regarding their post-secondary options. Our counselors will be trained and well-versed in the endorsements, course offerings, and college degree plans. In addition, counselors will guide the decisions that will drive students on their trajectory to ensure post-secondary success. At Harlingen High School, we are very excited and happy about high school redesign. Please join me in viewing our highlight video.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way.
Hi, welcome to Harlingen High School, home of the Cardinals.
We're glad you could join us today.
We're going through some very exciting changes as we redesign our high school.
Follow us as we take a tour of our campus and tell you a little bit about our plans for the upcoming years. This is our Career and Technology building.
It houses several of our programs in study, including audio and video production class, health science technology, computer maintenance, carpentry and masonry, auto technology and auto collision, architectural design, and engineering.
We also have several agricultural classes, such as horticultural, advanced animal sciences, and agricultural mechanics. This is one of our engineering classes.
Come on in. Our students are diligently working on a rocket design to meet a specific altitude objective. Several students are also working on fin placement and fin design. Here we have another student working on the computer 3D modeling software to design nose cones and rocket components. In addition, flight simulation software are used to predict altitude. This student is using prototype machines to produce the components for the rocket. These types of classes allow us the opportunity to take the concepts that we've learned in our math and science classes and apply them in a real-world, experiential setting. Our school currently partners with the United Launch Alliance because they have a vested interest in educating our students in rocketry design and mechanics. Today in Cameron County, plans are underway for SpaceX to begin producing and launching rockets in our area. We will need a well-educated, technical, and skilled workforce to fill positions for these companies in the very near future.
Another opportunity that we have at Harlingen High School is gaining experience in the medical field through our health science program. We can take courses in medical terminology, health science, and even pursue a certificate as a certified nurse assistant. Since its inception, Harlingen High School actually has close to a 100% passing rate for all students who attempt the CNA state exam. As you can see, the students in this class are getting hands-on experience working with mannequin patients and taking vital signs on each other. Once students master the theory, they put their learning into practice and work with real patients at local nursing homes, doctor's office, and hospitals. With the opening of our new medical school in the Rio Grande Valley, we will have opportunities to pursue various careers in the healthcare field. Gaining exposure to health science at this level helps us to determine what career path we will take.
However, students don't just get experiential learning in these particular programs. We have the opportunity to take classes that will give us college credit and prepare us for the rigor and demand of college curriculum. In the AP Biology course, students work in a lab setting in order to fully synthesize the specific content that they will be responsible for in their AP exams. As part of our high school redesign, there will be a deeper focus on college readiness and rigor.
One of the classes that accomplishes this is the English Literature and Composition course. Let's take a look.
Students in this particular class are earning college credit as they participate in this course. They also meet the College Board Advanced Placement requirements. This class is designed to provide the content of typical introductory college courses. Students study literature of various periods and genres and use that wide reading knowledge as they discuss literary topics.
As we roll out high school redesign, a college transition course will be offered to seniors starting with the class of 2015. Some specific topics that will be covered in this course include financial literacy, study skills, goal setting, personal wellness, and career exploration. In addition, students will spend time learning how to complete college applications, college essays, and learn tips on submitting their FAFSA by required deadlines. In essence, this course will help to equip students with the knowledge, skills, and abilities necessary to be active and successful learners in college. As we progress through this high school redesign, we will actively seek partnerships with local businesses and organizations. These alliances will help bring relevance to our learning as we compete for jobs within the workforce.
In order for this redesign to be effective and successful, it is imperative that teachers have time to collaborate and be part of the teaching and learning cycle. Time must be designated and protected in order to systematically build teacher capacity so that they may work as members of a high-performing collaborative team that focuses on improving student learning. Welcome to our Professional Learning Lab, where teachers become the learners and take our campus to the next level.
As you can see, we have some amazing opportunities here at Harlingen High School. We now have the opportunity to grow educationally as House Bill 5 is fully implemented. Thank you for joining us on our tour today.
High school redesign is now well underway at Harlingen High School.
Stay tuned for more exciting updates and changes to our high school.
As you can see from this video, we have many great things already happening at Harlingen High School. Several of the high school foundational principles are already being implemented. However, our goal over the next few years is to bring these concepts to full scale so that systems are in place across our entire campus to ensure that every student at Harlingen High School has a quality educational experience that sets them on a path towards success in college, career, and life. Thank you. That concludes our presentation. I'd like to take a minute just to recognize my staff and most importantly, one of our students that was very instrumental in composing this video, and that is Chandler Stantine and his family are here. If you can please stand, Chandler. Alexis Molina was unable to make it. I also have my administrative team, and Seton Yulhorn was also very instrumental in the happy video, so please stand also. Thank you. Any comments or questions at this time?
I think it was absolutely fabulous. I love it. I just love it. I'm so pleased that you all did something like that. Thank you. I'm not the least bit surprised that it was Miss Seton who helped work on this and Chandler was involved. And thank you all so much. You know, I really appreciate this being the topic of your presentation, Mrs. Munivis, because I think the more times we as board members hear with some specificity what we're really getting ready to engage in terms of high school redesign, the more we understand. And so I remember one of my requests of our superintendent was that as we go into this process, please, you know, don't leave the board behind and assume that we understand it all, because we're reading and reading and reading, but you know, sometimes you have to see it in play to understand. And so I appreciate this very much, Mrs. Munivis and Dr. Cavazos. Thank you. It's helpful to me.
Mr. President, could you kind of explain to us, so we can kind of, I mean, obviously don't go down into the details too much in the weeds, but just sort of give us a sort of a 10,000-foot view of sort of how it's going to look, because as I understand it, there's going to be more of emphasis to sort of start off with a sophomore year, right, and then sort of, but how is that going to, I just see.
So the first step that we're taking apart right now, and really it's my master scheduler and my associate principal that are piecing the data apart. So what we have before us right now is the freshman academy students that are coming to the two comprehensive high schools. And we are dissecting their pre-registration requests. And so based on not necessarily what program or what academy they were in at Gano, but what they requested as far as their electives, going through that and deciding where are the areas of interest so that we can actually identify our academies, our school of public service, our school of STEM, and we can figure out how many teachers do we need for each school. So that's the first step. What we have done most recently is asked our teachers, we've surveyed our teachers, because we also want them to have some buy-in into what areas of interest do they foresee themselves in, what school. So right now we're actually surveying all of our teachers, all grade levels, even though the focus is going to be on 10th grade next year, because part of the high school redesign is also physically relocating these teachers. And so at our campus, it's going to be difficult, but the science labs, for example, those are stuck. We can't do anything with those, but certainly the English, the math, and the social studies teachers have already been told, pack your boxes and get ready. So our goal is that before the end of the year, teachers will actually know what academy they will be a part of and physically where they're going to be relocated. And then we're going to be doing a lot of training over the summer. We've identified a group of 10 teachers that are going to be our executive team that will be participating in a week-long training through Engage, June 2nd through June the 6th. And so they will be getting the intense collaborative learning PBL model training. And then I also know that at the district level, we've already set aside 2 days in August as part of our in-service to train all teachers, all content areas, all grade levels, so that they can also begin the rollout of the collaborative learning platform.
So do you see any spillover in terms of, will this benefit 11th and 12th graders as well, or do you feel like that's gonna happen, or do you? I
do believe
negatively impact.
While the intent is to roll it out full force at the 10th grade level, the purpose of the training and the professional development that's going to occur before the beginning of the school year is to implement some of those practices. So I do expect, the expectation is going to be that those teachers also will be expected to roll out some form of PBL projects, whether it be one a semester, but that they will also begin the collaborative piece. It'll be difficult because not everybody's going to get that additional planning period to work as a professional learning community.
Well, I appreciate it. I can tell you that, some of the things we heard in Nashville, the way they did it, as you well aware, you were there, the sort of the shock and awe way of doing it didn't work too well, and it took them several years to recover and rebound from that. So I think this sort of responsible rollout is a smart thing to do, and I just kind of wanted to get an idea how it's going to work. I'm sure it's going to obviously be a great impact on the transforming the teaching and learning in the classrooms, and obviously redesigning the learning spaces as well.
Sure.
And this moving towards small learning communities is absolutely the right thing to do. That's what university learning is now like. I mean, I talked to some kids that are in universities now, and they're telling me about some of the projects they have. I'm like, my God, this was nothing like that when I was in college 5 years ago. But I can tell you that this is the right thing to do. I applaud you on your efforts. I know it's going to be a lot of hard work, but we got to get this right, because the students said it better than I could ever say it in terms of the great needs of the community and everything else. And I can tell you that I know in Nashville their focus was entirely on career readiness. We're going to get it right in Harlingen in terms of that balance of college and career readiness.
Exactly.
So I applaud you on your efforts, and great presentation, and kudos to your staff.
Thank you.
Mr. President, I do have one question. Thank you.
Yes, Ms. Fraser.
Thank you. And of course, Ms. Muniz won't be surprised by my question, but it's interesting, and Dr. Pettis, by focusing in on a little bit, is what reminded me. We have also a very serious rollout of trying to improve our AP performance. And as it's a challenge, I'm sure, and I guess what I'm asking is, if you know now, that would be wonderful, and if not, perhaps we could take up in our extra committee. But I'm very interested in how the new classroom format, the collaborative learning, the emphasis on working through projects and working with technology, how that actually is going to pair itself with the very specific and focused training that we're learning has to be done to prepare students not just to learn AP content, but to take AP tests. And I think, and I applaud Dr. Pettis for mentioning, this is not really all about career. This is about college, and we do have a cadre of students who simply must be able to perform at very high levels on their AP, and I applaud the district for focusing on trying to get some significant improvement and movement in that area. I think that's going to be a challenge within this new development, because it's one thing to say we're going to teach it this way and we're going to stand in front of the class and this is going to be instruction and this is how to do it, and something else to put a team together and say work together on this. So how do we see that rolling out, or have we gotten there yet?
So we've actually had lots of discussions about how to train our teachers, not only just for this collaborative learning platform, but also the utilization of the time. So with moving to the AB schedule, going back to a 90-minute block and incorporating that PLC time, there's going to have to be some training for the teachers to learn what to do with that time. And so I do believe, we're going to hit some snags along the way, but I think that the biggest factor in getting to the point that you addressed with the AP scores and so forth is allowing the teachers the time to plan and collaborate. That is going to be key, I think, to rolling everything out and making sure that that time is used effectively. And so we're already putting some plans in place. Lots of work to be done this summer to be sure that we make wise use of that time, that it's a structured time, it's a protected time, and the teachers know exactly what they're to be doing with that time. But I think that is going to be key to having the teachers collaborate with one another.
The next item is matters related to curriculum and instruction. First item is approval of out-of-state trip for HHS South Speech and Drama Debate Team to compete at the National Speech and Debate Association National Finals in Kansas City, Kansas on June 14th through the 21st of this year. I understand that due to weather conditions, our presenters could not be present, so Dr. Noyola, would you please stand in their stead?
I sure will. Thank you. As you know, last month, Ms. Leanne Ince and Ms. Krista Conley came before you requesting approval to travel to the National Individual Events Tournament of Champions in Minnesota. And so, as you mentioned earlier, they had a weather delay, and so they were unable to be with us. So on their behalf, I respectfully request approval for an out-of-state trip for the Harlingen High School South Speech, Drama, and Debate Team to compete at the National Speech and Debate Association National Finals in Kansas City, Kansas on June 14th through the 21st, 2014. And hopefully we will not be dealing with bad weather at that time.
President, make a motion for approval.
I second the motion.
It's been moved by Mr. De Leon and seconded by Mrs. Fleurier. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Congratulations. I hope they bring home more trophies. The next item is the approval of the 2014 through 2017 technology plan. Mr. James Piercy.
Thank you, and good evening, Mr. Board President, distinguished board members, Dr. Cavazos, and senior staff. Tonight, we present to you the 2014 to 2017 HCISD technology plan for your consideration. This plan will be turned in and approved by TEA with your approval. It is used for several state and federal programs, but the primary purpose is for E-rate eligibility and compliance. Tonight, we're presenting a 3-year plan that will be reviewed and updated annually. We want to ensure that the plan will accommodate any type of disruption. Therefore, the overall general format of the plan allows it to be very fluid and to provide opportunities for modifications as needed to meet the needs of our students. The plan as presented was reviewed and was developed with our HCISD Technology Visioning Committee. The Technology Visioning Committee this year has broadened its membership to include more campus-level input. The committee has studied our BYOD initiative, transformation activities, and our strategic plan to develop this 2014 to 2017 technology plan. As a part of our discussion and our planning, the committee has added several of the highlighted items that I have highlighted in the packet that you have in front of you. So with all that background, the administration respectfully recommends approval of this tech plan for submittal to TEA. Answer any questions or?
Are there any questions from the board? Do I have a motion?
I move approval of the 2014-17 technology plan.
It's been moved by Mr. McShann. Do I have a second?
Second.
And seconded by Dr. Pettis. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well done.
The next matter for consideration is matters relating to transformation and school support. Dr. Arturo Cavazos.
Yes, Mr. President, board members, senior team members, and audience, at the last Innovation and Technology Committee meeting, we presented 2 items to the board. The first was the expansion of the aquatics program that we currently have in the district to extend to a second grade program, thus serving over 1,000 second graders beginning with next year. And so with the aquatic center being built, we are anticipating great opportunity for second graders to participate, all second graders to participate in a Swim to Teach program. Presenters were Randy Creeders, Lloyd Romero, and Luis Olorio. The second item had to do with our trip to Nashville and the much information that we have gleaned from that trip, and also to continue on our journey for high school redesign. Mrs. Imelda Munives spoke to that today, highlighting the collaborative platform, the importance of teachers having planning time and using the time allotted under a modified AB schedule from bell to bell to ensure the excellence in all our students. Those 2 items were presented for discussion. I'll turn it over to our chair, Dr. Nolan Perez, if he'd like to add anything.
No, I concur with your comments, Dr. Cavazos. I think it was a great meeting, and again, I also am very optimistic at what's going to come of high school redesign. I think we're taking the best of sort of the ideas that Nashville had, and sort of not using the stuff that's sort of not applicable to us, and even taking it to the next level in terms of, especially getting, like you said, getting that balance right of college and career readiness, and I do. Look forward to seeing that hybrid model in terms of the scheduling, I think, and especially the piece where the teachers can really have a robust professional learning community. I think that's going to be key to enhancing teaching and learning in the classroom. So kudos to you for another great meeting, and I look forward to the next meeting.
Any other comments? All right. We'll move on to the next matters relating to business services. And Ms. Nellie Ledesma, our internal audit quarterly report.
Thank you, Mr. Powers, members of the board, Dr. Cavazos, and superintendent staff. The audit committee and I met earlier this afternoon and heard the following 3 audit reports. An audit report on unannounced cash audits, part 2, a special activity fund report for Bonham Elementary, and a athletic ticket sales and gate receipt report for the UIL activities office. We discussed these reports in detail, and I am here to answer any questions you may have, unless Ms. Flourier would like to elaborate on what we discussed.
Would you like to make some comments, Ms. Flourier?
As usual, we appreciate Ms. Ledesma's focus on doing our internal audit, and within the areas, we were very pleased to note that we're basically doing very well. And when she noticed that there were some issues and some questions, she has already obtained the reports back from those departments as to what their plan of improvement and implementation will be. And so I think everything is going very smoothly. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nellie. Good job. Thank you very much. The next matter is consideration and approval of community eligibility. Mr. Julio Cavazos.
Thank you, Mr. Powers, Dr. Cavazos, board members. Agenda item 14B is consideration and approval of community eligibility. Community eligibility is a federal program that allows school districts to provide a free breakfast and a free lunch meal to all students, regardless of income level. It is a program that has been piloted in other states since 2010. This is the first year offered in the state of Texas, not to be confused with Provision 2, which has been in place for a number of years. Community eligibility is a similar program, but not Provision 2. We have been discussing free breakfast and a free lunch to all students for a couple of years. We haven't recommended this before due to financial constraints. We believe with the new community eligibility program, we will be able to financially support the program. We have had several discussions at the Innovative Committee meetings, and we're recommending to the board to approve community eligibility that offers a free breakfast and a free lunch meal to all students. Be glad to answer any questions that the board might have.
Mr. President, I move approval as presented by Mr. Cavazos.
Second.
It's been moved by Dr. Pettis and seconded by Mr. De Leon. Is there any further discussion?
I have
Mr. De Leon.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to commend Dr. Cavazos and Julio Cavazos and the team for putting all this together. This is something that they put countless hours. It wasn't done lightly. There was a lot of strategic meetings involved. There was a lot of community involvement. And it was something that again, if Mr. Cavazos and Dr. Cavazos says, this is one of the routes to go, who better than them that put many, many hours in getting this together. But the good thing about this free breakfast and lunch is we had an individual that did a little bit of public comment, and she's one person in the community that was wanting some assistance with people in the community needing some help, and I will tell you, with the bond issue that we had a couple of years ago, the way the economy is, I think this is a great opportunity to help the individuals in our community with free breakfast and free lunch. Some individuals may think that breakfast is or lunch is only maybe I don't know how much lunch is, $2 or $1.50, but you have 2-3 children, and then you multiply that every five days a week, all year long. That adds up. That's a lot of money. So anything that we can do, it's a great opportunity because it's not going to cost the district first and foremost, which is going to make it even that much more feasible. We're really excited about this, and we're excited about offering this to the community because at a time where there's need, it's going to be a great opportunity for everyone to receive this service. So again, I'm excited. Dr. Cavazos, thank you very much. Julio Cavazos, thank you, both of y'all, for the team, for the leadership, the spearheading of this. And it is some exciting times because this is sorely needed at this time in our economy. So great job.
Mr. McShann?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. This community eligibility is in line with our strategic plan, our strategic vision of making sure that we connect nutrition to what we do as far as our students' learning and the teaching. we know full well that it's important that all of our students be able to not have to cope with sometimes the peer pressure, as we know, of students because of their environment, perhaps you might say, that all students will have an opportunity to have a nutritious meal, breakfast as well as lunch. And we think that is a huge step forward. And also for the taxpayers. Obviously, we know that the cost of living is continues to increase. We know that is a fact. And if you're looking at our district as far as the free and reduced lunch, we're at about 78% of our students qualify for that. And we want to make sure that all students have an opportunity, regardless of their situation, to feel free to participate in this. And we think this is something that is very, very important. Again, I want to thank you, Mr. Cavazos, and also for the Nutrition Department. You all worked hand in hand to make this happen. You've been very judicious in this regard, and we appreciate this.
Mr. President, if I can, I don't want to be redundant, and I can agree with the excellent comments so far by Mr. DeLeon and Mr. McShann. I just want to add, aside from the nutrition stem, I think that's an excellent point. And the alignment to our strategic plan, I think that's excellent. I also think it's going to increase morale at the campuses and in the community. I really think this is a big morale booster. I think it's also going to enhance attendance at schools. I'm curious to see what the numbers look like after we implement this. And I also think that it's going to increase the efficiency of the administration of the meals itself. And doing that right there probably is going to have the most profound impact in the learning and enhance the learning at the campuses by making things more efficient in breakfast and lunch. And so I'm really excited about this. It's about time we did this, and I'm really proud of staff for the hard work you all put in. And I'm really happy that it ended up this being the sort of the right time and the right answer at this time. And I know that it's going to actually probably help our budget in the future as we have better attendance down the road. So again, kudos to everybody. I'm really this is exciting times.
All right, let's go ahead and proceed to vote on this matter. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Matters relating to human services, the approval of policy update 99, legal and local revisions to policies BDB, local, EIF, local, on first reading. Mrs. Vargas.
Thank you, Mr. President, board members, Dr. Cavazos. We bring for your consideration and possible approval Policy Update 99, Legal and Local, as well as local revisions to policies BDB Local and EIF Local on first reading. Policy BDD Local, Board Internal Organization Attorney, is on page 99 of your agenda. And recommended changes to this local policy regarding the district's legal counsel include adding the board president to the list of individuals who may seek advice or information from the district's attorney, ensuring that the board has a point of contact with legal counsel. Board policy BP Local, found on page 101 of your agenda, administrative regulations. Recommended revisions to this local policy allow for greater flexibility in maintaining official copies of regulations and clarify that the superintendent or designee who is responsible for developing and enforcing district procedures will also resolve any discrepancies among conflicting regulations. In addition, we no longer have to keep a paper copy of these regulations. We're able to keep them electronically, and that's been clarified. On page 103, you will find policy CFE Local, Payroll Procedures, Salary Deductions and Reductions. This local policy addressing salary deductions and reductions is recommended for deletion. Several of the items listed as optional deductions are now included as mandatory deductions in the legally referenced policy at this code. For policy CK Local, Safety Program, Risk Management, you find that on page 105 of your agenda. Recommended revisions to this local policy addressing safety gives broad authority to the superintendent to develop comprehensive safety programs. On page 107, you have policy DAC Local, Employment Objectives. objective criteria for personnel decisions. This policy, originally required by the Civil Order 5281, and addressing objective criteria for personnel decisions, is recommended for deletion from the policy manuals of those districts for which the civil order is no longer applicable, and our district this is no longer applicable for our district. On page 109, you'll find policy EHDC local, alternative methods for earning credit by examination without prior instruction. Many of the issues previously recommended for inclusion in this local policy regarding credit by examination are now addressed in the State Board of Education rules, and we recommend deleting local provisions addressing these areas. On page 111 of your agenda, you'll find policy FFF local, student welfare and student safety. This local policy addressing student safety is recommended for deletion since student safety is now covered under the broad provisions of CK local. On page 116, you will find policy FFH local, student welfare, freedom from discrimination, harassment, and retaliation. And changes to this policy clarify that the Title IX coordinator also handles reports of gender-biased harassment. It now clarifies that during an investigation by a law enforcement or regulatory agency, the district would continue with its investigation only to the extent that it does not impede the agency investigation. Once the agency has finished gathering its evidence, however, the district is obligated to resume its investigation. And finally, we bring 2 local revisions to policy. On page 122, you will find policy BDB local, board internal organization, internal committees, where recommended name changes were discussed for the Innovation and Technology Committee, and administration recommends the name Transforming Teaching and Learning Committee. And the last local policy for review is policy EIF local on page 124 of your agenda, academic achievement graduation. In early March, TASB Policy Service sent the district an electronic survey to gather information about the district's decisions regarding the foundation graduation program, and these changes are now included in the policy before you, and we recommend approval. Mrs. Fleurier serves as our committee chairperson, and she may have additional information to share this evening.
Do you have any comments, Ms. Fleurier?
Well, as usual, the policy committee vetted each and every one of these in detail and asked any and all questions, and so we appreciate the very comprehensive knowledge and step-by-step tutoring of Mrs. Vargas, and we are satisfied to carry this forward and move approval upon first reading.
Second. That was a motion, right?
That was a response and a motion.
A very orthodox motion by Mrs. Fleurier and seconded by Mr. De Leon. Do we have any discussion? There being no further discussion, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Next matter is matters relating to district operations. Mr. Tapia, please, on approval of final construction payment for R&R Company for paving and drainage improvements project.
Yes, thank you, Board President, Mr. Powers, Dr. Cavazos, members of the board. This item was discussed at our Facilities Committee meeting. It's a final payment. All final payments are required to come to the board as per policy CV. And this project is complete. All punch list items have been completed. The closeout documents have been submitted, and the engineer recommends final payment. So administration also recommends that we release $7,863.68 to close out this project. Any questions?
Do I hear a motion?
Move approval.
Mr. McShann moved for approval.
Second.
Seconded by Mrs. Young. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Carries. Item number next is approval of final construction payment to Central Air and Heating Services for the administration building mechanical and electrical upgrades. Mr. Tapia.
Yes, thank you, President Powers, members of the board, Dr. Cavazos. This is also another item that was discussed at the Facilities Committee meeting. It's final payment to Central Air and Heating for the administration building mechanical and electrical upgrades. Final payment in the amount of $10,450. Administration recommends payment as this project is closed out.
Make a motion for approval?
Second.
Moved by Mr. De Leon and seconded by Mrs. Fleurier. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Tapia, would you give us a brief summary of our facilities meeting?
Yes, Mr. Powers. The Facilities Committee meeting was held May 8th. Items discussed were update on the city partnership project we have for sidewalks for Lozano Road in front of Cano Academy, and Rio Hondo Road. We approved this back in November, but the city had some other projects. They finally finished those, so they started our partnership project on in front of Cano Academy on Lozano Road. When they finish that, they'll head over to Rio Hondo Road to complete those sidewalk projects. We also discussed the water tower logo that Waterworks is doing. Harlingen Waterworks, a new tower on Tam Lane and the Expressway, and they asked us if we wanted to pay for a logo, slogan for the district. We presented some ideas for some designs. At our Facilities Committee meeting, came down to two options. On the option one that we recommended, we've submitted it to the water company to get us a price from the contractor. As soon as that comes in, we'll share it with Dr. Cavazos and see if we can move forward on that. We also discussed the update on the School of Health Professions and the progress that they're making there, and then went on to the school bond projects to get an update on the Aquatic Center, the Jefferson Classroom Wing, some air conditioning, relighting projects, the Harlingen kitchen renovation, some restroom, pavilion, storage additions we're doing a project we just awarded. We've got the contracts in, so we'll be starting those soon. And we also discussed some change orders and some project closeout payments that we've already approved here earlier. And Mr. Julio Cavazos gave us a report on construction funds, financial report. Are there any questions?
Any questions from the board? There being no questions, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, which is the adjournment to closed session or executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code Sections 551.071, 551.072, 551.074, and 551.082, the Open Meetings Act, for the following purposes. To discuss recommendations regarding employment of the renewal of educators and professional contracts for probationary term and other contract employment for 2014-2015. Mrs. Vargas? We'll do that in session. And then also to discuss the employment of teachers and other professional staff. At this time, we'll adjourn into closed session.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Hey, Juan. Oh, Juan.
Yes,
Would you raise your hand?
You're good to go. Vámonos. Alicia. Come on, Miss Young. Mr. Powers is going through your purse here.
Oh, that's not too good. I think I actually have a little bit of money for a change.
Greg, all the motions are for letter A, those three.
Okay.
And then you go to letter B and A.
I wish I had.
Sorry, and make the
Alicia,
motion.
and just for the record, my wife didn't mention
do
it.
that?
I'm the one that talks. She's the most quietest person in the world.
Mr. De Leon?
Just for the
We're gonna
record.
make a motion, sir.
Mr. She's already moved.
Second.
James is already recording over there. Mr. De Leon?
Yes, sir.
The point is we need to acknowledge the ones we have, not just the ones we're bringing. Right, Mr. De Leon?
That's I agree.
I agree.
Oh, sorry.
So moved.
Did the cameras get that? You need to see your insurance policy for
How do you
the.
We don't have
spell,
any.
how do you spell verbose? Verbose, not he's very verbose. VERBO.
I'm for hire for witness.
Hang on. It's not here. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
We're back in session. We're on item reconvene open session to discuss matters that we discussed in executive session. Number one, consider recommendations regarding employment of the renewal of educators and professional contracts for probationary term and other contract employees for 2014-2015.
Mr. President, I make a motion. I move that.
Wait.
The president needs
Do I hear a motion recommending that the board renew the probationary contract employment of teachers and other professionals as recommended by administration, and that the board employ those employees under a one-year probationary contract for the 2014-2015 school year?
Mr. President, I move that the board renew the probationary contract for teachers and other professionals as recommended by administration for one-year probationary contracts for the 2014-2015 school year, and I further authorize the board president to execute employment contracts to the employees accepting this offer.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Do I hear a motion recommending that the board employ teachers and other professionals as recommended by administration under one-year term contracts for 2014-2015 school year?
I move that the board employ teachers and other professionals as recommended by administration under one-year term contracts for the 2014-2015 school year. And I further authorize the board president to execute employment contracts to the employees accepting this offer.
I second that.
All right, moved by Mrs. Young, seconded by Mrs. Fleury. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Do I hear a motion that the board extend the one-year non-Chapter 21 term contracts of non-Chapter 21 employees as recommended by administration for the 2014-2015 school year?
I move that the board extend the one-year non-Chapter 21 term contracts of non-Chapter 21 employees as recommended by administration for the 2014-2015 school year, and I further authorize the board president to execute employment contracts to the employees accepting this offer.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. McShann, seconded by Dr. Pettis. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Number B, consider employment of teachers and other professional staff as presented in executive session. Do I hear a motion?
Mr. President, I move that the board approve employment of teachers and other professional staff as recommended by the administration.
Excuse me, I apologize. Second motion.
It's been moved by Mr. McShann and seconded by Mr. Fleury. Mrs. Fleury. Is there any further discussion? There being no further discussion, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. No further business before this meeting. We're adjourned.
Let's give Mr. Powers.